Thank you for watching this video. We're going to be updating our mission fields up in northern Kenya and southern Ethiopia in between the dates of May 10th through June 10th, 2022. It's probably approaching the worst drought in history up in the Horn of Africa. And we're finding children like this that are malnourished, that are deformed. This poor child was actually born that way, but this child wasn't. And you can see we found him with fungus on his lips. The fungus has completely taken over his lips. And even worse than that, and that's bad, although we're getting him treated now, he has a foot that is completely broken. It's completely dislocated, which you're going to see in the x-rays that are coming up in a few more slides. Look at this precious child. So in 100 years, he would have never been able to. Look at that foot he has there. Completely dislocated and just would have been crippled for the rest of his life. And you're going to see a few x-rays here. So we sent him, look at that heel bone. It's completely out. There's no socket there. And so this is what we see in the mission field. Of course, we see death. There's still 25,000. Look at that. Look at those bones. I mean, unbelievable. This is just such a precious child. So our mission leader, our indigenous mission leader, William Wario Kosi, is bringing him down this Friday to get that looked at Cure International Hospital. This is a 14-year-old young woman that is only 14 kilograms, just a little bit over 30 pounds. She's 14 years old. And I could go on and on, and I'm not going to continue. I won't show you real gory pictures that we receive. There's death, there's murder, there's destruction, there's tribal fighting. And on top of all that, there's now death in terms of just the incredible drought that they're having. They predict millions more will die. This is dear Abdub, who was a perfectly healthy 18-year-old back about almost 4 years ago now. And he became crippled where his legs are up against his chest. He has to have a catheter. He has to have a wheelchair. I mean, he could barely get around. And we just bought him, we actually bought 5 for the mission field, but these little light kits. I'm not going to get into any gory details here with gory pictures, but he has bed sores all over him. And this has been going on for 4 years. They just simply won't do a surgery on them. So in any event, I'm going to let these pictures go by here, and you're going to see Brother William preaching here just in a short video as we go through these. But please, if you're listening, I'm really crying out. I have never seen, these people have not had rain for over 2+ years and nothing in sight. Cattle are dying. Even camels are dying at unprecedented rates. I founded this ministry in May of 2012, so we're just over 10 years old. And these people here that you're looking at, this is Brother William, and there's some other elders there. They are precious, and this is where most places that he ministers to, this is where we have church services under trees. And now you can see that we have the food distribution. We bought thousands and thousands of dollars worth of food, and we continue to do so. We're self-funded, but we do have a few donors, and we always ask if you can please just look at the desperation on some of these faces, and you can just, again, I don't put the real gory pictures up there, but you'll see that we do food distribution here, and also, most importantly though, we give them physical food, but we also give them spiritual food. And if you just give physical food, you're just feeding somebody to go to hell. Amen? And that's no good. That's what the Bible calls filthy rags. All your good works are filthy rags. It's talking to a person that does not believe in the one true God, who is Jesus Christ. Many of these areas you see here are tribal, all different types of tribes and whatnot. And it's just amazing that we are able to go in there and preach Christ. And sometimes you get great pushback, and then sometimes you don't. And look at the pictures here. There's one of the tribal leaders that is allowing this to go on. Many of them are Muslim in this area too, in northern Kenya. But I'm going to stop talking just for a minute here, then I'm going to come back just for about another minute after you hear Brother William preach. It's a real blessing. Of course, it's in Barana language, but just listen. How I love these dear brethren. I mean, when I talk remote areas, these areas, as you can see, just have small mud huts, a lot of them in very bad shape. And Brother William and the team of evangelists and preachers, this is another new area we just went into, Gada Koma, up there in Kenya. And we brought a few tons of food up there. I mean, just amazing stuff. But the doors are opening. People are hungry, more hungry than normal. You know, a normal day in the third world before these unrighteous lockdowns and now this unrighteous, well, actually, we won't get into the righteousness or unrighteousness of the war, but the wicked country, Ukraine and etc. Now, all these things are just happening. And Ukraine has produced, I think, 75% of the wheat or something like that in the third world or in Africa. So please help us as much as you can. 100% of all donations go directly to the mission fields. And look at the smiles we can, excuse me, put on some faces if we do the will of the Lord. Amen. And with that said, to Jesus be all the glory. I really appreciate you watching. Please visit moyale.workingfaithfellowship.com. That's moyale@workingfaithfellowship.com. Amen.